Welcome to Upgrade. I'm your host, Frank the Tank. Today we're going to bring a Dell keyboard. Highly recommend you this keyboard, man. I know it looks a little cheesy. It might look funny to you guys, but I pretty much enjoy this keyboard. It's a ergonomical keyboard, I would say, but it has its slides, that you can use as ergonomical. Now, on this one, which I like about the features about it, we're going to open it up. We're going to do an open box and see what you guys think about it. I pretty much like it a lot, and I recommend you guys, especially those guys that have the dongle, that little USB thing that you always plug into your side of the computer. You hate that? Well, this might change. This is a game changer right here. A lot of keyboards are coming out with the same features. Now, the price is a little bit too much, but it might be worth it. For those people that always forget the USB connection, this is probably another little feature that you might like. So stick around, check it out, and if you guys like what you guys see, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. And thank you all you guys for subscribing, hitting the show, and giving your good comments, your bad comments about the music, about the some of the specs I have been hitting. Of course, some of the specs, if I don't say them correctly or I don't sound them correctly, I always put the links right below so you guys can go straight to the horse's mouth and take a look at it yourself. What I do is I bring in hardware, open it up, see how it works, and check it out. If you guys like these features and you want something like this similar and you're gonna buy something, maybe you want to see this video first. So check it out and let's go ahead and then open it up. Dell keyboard, and I'm going to give you guys the model. Of course, it's the KM717. All right, so the good thing about this one, it includes the battery, it tells you it includes the mouse and the keyboard, and I'm going to show you about the features that I like about this one. Now, the price is a little high. It's close to $100, but it might be worth it for those people that are looking for something that is compatible with a lot of machines. If you have a Bluetooth, if you don't have the Bluetooth, it's compatible with both systems. So we're going to take a look at it, how it works for some of the users out there and people that have that feature where they always forget their USB at home, or they want to take their laptop on the run and they forget the actual USB because they have it either on the docking station, on the plug into a monitor, another feature. So we're gonna all go ahead and open it up. So on this one right here, it tells you right now it's you can connect up to, in the back of it, up to 2 Bluetooth features, 2 different machines. It could be your laptop and your desktop, and then the USB, which is a wireless device on it. So you could connect up to 3 different machines using the same keyboard and mouse. So if you have 2 different offices, 2 different places, 3 different offices and 3 different places that you got to go, you could take this with you. Now, on one of them, you are going to use a USB, and the 2 other features will be Bluetooth. So either your desktop has to have Bluetooth or your laptop has to have Bluetooth. So just make sure that you are aware of that before we even go any further than that. We're going to open it up. What I like about it, it came out on mouse features where there's a mouse. It came out with Logitech, actually. Logitech was one of the first ones that came out with a mouse that had 3 version conversion on it. So it had 3 buttons in the back that you could connect to 3 different items, 2 USBs and 1 USB and 2 Bluetooth also too. Now the keyboard and mouse are included in here. Now ergonomical, this is what they're talking about. I mean, those people that want to avoid any injury to their hands. Look at the mouse. I'm going to show you guys the mouse if I could get it out. Look at the mouse feature. Look at this. Look at this sucker. It's just made to cover pretty much your hand. Basic buttons. 1 button on the side here. On the side. 1, 2, and then the up and down arrow. The turning the TPI settings. Mouse. Roller here. No center button, just the center button will be the mouse, of course. There's another button, like I said, 2 buttons on the sides. 1, 2, and then indication power on the bottom, power on. So we're gonna open the front feature here and see how packed it is to actually set up your batteries. And then there's dual batteries, and it's gonna be AAA batteries in here. I didn't think it was going to fit, but look at the curve. It actually centers right around the actual, features of the actual battery. And of course, it has a little storage area for the USB that we're going to talk about right now. So the USB storage is a really neat feature. Now, I like about it that it has a magnet set up in here. There's a couple of setups in here. There's 2 magnets in there that pretty much attach this system that has metal pieces in here, and it pretty much, you don't have to actually do what I did where you have to completely pull it out. It's all you have to do is loosen it up somehow, and you could get it from the front. I like about it that it's just like simple, you know, that it just comes out without anything breaking or anything apart. It has a storage area for the actual USB, like I was saying. Two AAA batteries. You pull this back, you actually pull it forward. It says forward, and it's a storage for the actual batteries in here. Look how thin it is. It just has enough room just for the batteries. Love this stuff, you know. I like the feature. I like a lot of little things here. I like that's the simplicity of it. Very simple, very easy to take with you on the road if you want. Really light. I mean, I would say a couple grams, you know, not even to pounds, it's grams that we're talking about. It's really light. I like that. Feature about your mouse, if you cover it, you pretty much covers your whole hand, you know. It just, you put your hand over it. It's really good. Let's continue on and open the rest of the stuff in here. Now the keyboard and mouse, it's included, of course, like I said. On top of that, they do give you the instruction manual. All right, 2 instruction manuals, how to set it up. 4 AAA batteries. All right, I like that they include batteries on all these devices. You know, it tells you the quality of it. Every time they do that, it's a plus for me. Of course, they give you the USB device that I was talking about, and that, like I said, we're gonna open this little USB device. We're gonna put this keyboard on the side of it, and we're gonna open it up and see how, where you don't have to lose it. If you're gonna be traveling a lot, you want to make sure you don't lose that USB. So my recommendation, first thing I do is I always open it up and put it back where it belongs, you know, so I don't have to lose it, and I don't have to, in case oh, what the, I like that. Look at that. Look at that. You don't, nothing attachment. It's a magnet. That's it. You can't drop it, you know, so even if you lose the cover or something, you can't drop it. Like that, store it back, you know, put it back together. Don't like to add the batteries. If I do add the batteries, I flip them around, because I pretty much flip the batteries around, and when it's ready to use, I flip them back in there and permanently leave them, because after a while, if they sit there and collect dust, they might start losing their charge. So that's pretty much what I do. Now on the keyboard mouse, now on this keyboard, it's really, really thin. I mean, on this feature, it's made to even face you up. There's no kickstand on it. You know, there is no kickstand on it. There's a little triangle curve, which is the little triangle right here that it kicks off. You see that little triangle right there? That's about it. Mouse and batteries on the back end. They go in the back here. There's also another storage area for the USB on this one. You know, that's crazy. They gave you 2 storage. So the batteries go on this side. 2 storage area for your USB dongle, which I like. You know, I like about that. Like I said, thinness of it, really thin on the back, on the front of it, thicker on the back, of course, and that's made for it could be facing up. Now this is the feature that you're gonna need to know about it. So on this feature, there's a couple buttons here, 1, 2, and 3. 1 is the USB. Just remember that number 1 is going to be the USB. Number 2 and 3 are actually made for Bluetooth. So if you have a Bluetooth laptop, you could program them. Now to program the Bluetooth laptop, in the back, in the actual back of it, there's a power connection. There's a power on and off here, and then there's a button in here that you're gonna have to hold down for a couple seconds, 7 seconds I believe, or 3 seconds. As soon as it starts blinking up, you'll start messing around with your settings. It's gonna connect, but you got to program these things first. All right, let's compare it with a Microsoft keyboard. Same ergonomical settings kind of thing that they have, but this is a Microsoft, and it doesn't have the feature where you change different wireless devices. This one is thinner on its end. It's pretty much just the keys. This one's a lot thicker and larger, so you can see the difference between Microsoft, and these are high-end Microsoft. This is a Bluetooth Microsoft keyboard and mouse, of course, but I'm just using it for the keyboard version. Other than that, this one right here is a little longer, but it has more features. I could see some of the colors on the actual keyboard that they added blue, and this was just a basic color. It doesn't have the LED lights at night. This one does. Big bold letters that you could read it, very legible, really simple to use. Volume control are here. This one does not have volume control. This one has a play button, pause button. It has more features than this one, of course, and it's a lot. I personally like this one, but it's a lot bigger. And this is pretty much set for like a desktop. So if you're gonna travel and you're gonna have a LAN party, you can take this one with you. You can take it. I mean, you can play some games. You could do some typing. You could do all sorts of things. But like I said, the size of it, if you have the backpack and the storage for it, traveling in the airplane is gonna be a little bit bulky. You're gonna have to probably put it in your suitcase. But you can travel with this. Very simple to put it in there. The mouse, I love the mouse. This is a great feature. I like this. They don't give you any other mouse than this one. I really like this one. I really enjoy this one. Dell makes really good mouse. The only bad thing about Dell, let me talk about the bad stuff about this, right? Bad things about this, right? Now, it's a laser dedicated 1600 DPI, all right? So, tracking mouse, you know, you're not always gonna get the best features on movement. If you're gonna be playing games or other stuff that you want fast movement, you're gonna pay a price. That's pretty much the norm. You would have to do wires. It works on any surface, including glass. That is a big feature. I don't know, but some people have glass tables and other people don't. That could be something useful, you know. Cheap material, it feels cheap, but you know, it plays really good. I mean, thin, very light, very simple to use. The only thing I would say ergonomical will be this, the mouse. That's pretty much it. And this one works, it's similar to the Microsoft mouse, the Microsoft Edge. They have a Microsoft that it actually folds in half, and if it has the same features as this, I'll put a little picture here so you guys can see it. It's similar to that mouse, so I'm not sure if it's ergonomic. It's about the same as a regular mouse. Let's see. This is pretty much a regular mouse, you know. I don't see where you actually, you know, where it actually saves you from, you know, getting injured if it's the same kind of scene, other than they have this little gap making it a wow factor. You know, I don't know about ergonomical. You know, this is not ergonomical. Look at this. It's not even, when you're gonna type, you're supposed to fold your nails in and type, you know, or kind of have it out and try to get less of this in danger for damaging and keep all your injuries free, kind of thing. This is, I don't think it's made. I think it's they thought that this was gonna sell as a ergonomical just because of the curve, but honestly, this is not made for that. This is a completely false, all right, false advertisement on this, you know. Feature wise, I don't know where they save your hands from, you know, falling apart in the future, you know. This is a big sell-off on their stuff that they should cross out, because obviously, look at it. Same freaking size. I'm talking about the same size almost as this is a little tiny, you can't even tell how much of spacing it is, you know, but it's the same thing, you know, same size, same length, same everything pretty much, you know, as a regular mouse, you know. Where is it gonna be saving your hand? That's, to me, is false. So it's just a regular keyboard and mouse from Dell with a great feature. Don't get me wrong, great feature. But other than that, let me tell you something else about Dell. Dell has been horrible in delivering on time. All their equipment, all their stuff has just been late on everything. You would have to buy this from a third party that already has a storage place that stores all this stuff, but Dell itself is one of the worst delivery places that I've worked with. I mean, they deliver laptops 2 or 3 months late so far. You're gonna have to buy from a third party. So if you go to Amazon, CDW, Zones, or any other place, you'll get it faster than the actual salesperson directly from Dell. They gotta fix their shit pretty much, you know. So if you're gonna buy directly from Dell, grab a Snickers, I say. You know, it's gonna take a while. You might be lucky that they have it in storage in the place facility where they could deliver on time, but basically they've been horrible. Now, other than that, I don't see where it says ergonomical where you're gonna actually have some features. This is nothing I would probably, it's just a basic keyboard mouse, but I do recommend, I like the feature of the USB and stuff like that, but that's only for people that are going to move from desktop to laptop. Then maybe it might be useful, but if you're going to spend the money, I just prefer getting a extra basic keyboard mouse. Don't go over unless you need the features. That's the only recommendation I say. If you're gonna need the features, then purchase this. If you're not, skip this. Mouse looks great. That's about it. Same keyboard mouse. Well, let me give you my 2 cents again. Yeah. If you're gonna need the features, the extra 3 wireless connections, then I would say go ahead. But if you don't need them, don't buy this. This is a lot of money for the keyboards that you could buy in a basic use, a basic buy. This is too expensive for. If you're not gonna take advantage of features, don't buy this. Simple as that. The features I like about it, the wireless, it says if you own multiple machines in the same area. When I mean the same area, say if you have an office and you have two different machines and you want to use the same keyboard mouse, you can use the same keyboard mouse on all 3 machines. But remember, on the 2 machines you have to have Bluetooth. On the 1 machine you would have to have the USB dongle that I put in here. Other than that, if you have any questions or any comments, I'm your host, Frank the Tank, and we are out.